In a world wrought with struggle and strife, a world rich with beauty and grandeur, a world where peril lies around every corner, a world of casting and pwning. One group steps up to share the perspective of the masses in this, the World of Warcraft. We are Pwnecast, the voice of the players.
You have crossed into the world of the dead in search of answers.
Welcome back. You are listening and/or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 76, and we are in patch 6.2.2. I am your very tired, borderline grumpy Warlock host, Belle. Unfortunately, I did bring these guys with me. They are the Riders of Rohan, and I'm feeling sorry that I brought them because I don't know what's happening right now. Kind of awkward. But I did bring the DK who did the Truffle Shuffle on Skype because he was bored, Lycan.
The Truffle, I'm kind of worried about that. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. I thought I was muted. That would have been really
Not
funny.
muted.
The Truffle Shuffle.
Truffle Shuffle.
Have you not seen the Goonies?
You don't know what the Truffle Shuffle is?
Oh, should I do it again?
Get out! You don't
Should I
know
do
what
it again?
Oh god! Oh god!
I was
Oh, it's
gonna-
it happened. If you guys are listening to the podcast and you're not watching, you're really missing out on
You
that.
really need to start watching.
Because that's really going to turn you on in the community.
We really do need that thing at the start of the show. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is what we live
Censored
for,
bars.
folks. That's embarrassing and odd at the same time. Good, but odd. Got it. Okay, weird. Well, you guys
love
just
it,
saw
you know it.
firsthand the Truffle Shuffle.
Yeah.
And for $5 at
Yeah.
BlizzCon, I will do it in person.
There you go.
You
Weird.
heard it here now. $5, find me at BlizzCon and I'll do it in person for you.
That brings a whole new meaning to do something strange for some change.
I'll give you $10 not to do it at BlizzCon.
I'll give you 20 to never do it again.
We can do bidding wars. This could be fun.
That's awkward. Well, we're glad you're here, kind of. I did also bring the shaman who will be marrying couples at BlizzCon. So if you're going to BlizzCon, Huge Bloke's going to hook you guys up.
Yeah, there's a few technicalities to still work for, but being an ordained minister of the United Church of Bacon, of all things, there'll be plenty more details about that as we get closer to the date.
It's not
But,
like
yeah,
Scientology
that's what
where
I
it's a
think.
cult. So if you guys are wondering if you want to get in on this religion of the Church of Bacon, it's not like, Scientology where you got to worship
It's
things.
completely legitimate. They have a website. I will link it at some point. You can go check it out yourself. And I mean, you can see, because I live in the Republic of Bacon, so, it just made sense.
It's a little awkward, but it's, it's whatever. We can
Is
hear you
that-
typing, Hot, so...
Yeah. Is that all it takes to become legitimate now, is just to go ahead and put a website up about it?
Yeah, I'm a midwife. I'm a certified midwife. I took a 20-minute course on the internet, and I can totally deliver a baby. So if you guys are pregnant at BlizzCon and you need to have a baby, I got you.
After what we just saw, I might be pregnant.
I did. I joke.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Yeah, I do. I do know how to give birth to people.
Hey, Hots,
And
just
babies.
remember, buddy, I'm sleeping with you this week.
It's true.
I know.
It's happening. It's happening. I did also bring the Boomkin who changes raid teams like he changes underwear. Hots for shots.
I guess that's pretty accurate. Haven't changed raid teams in about a week, so it kind of scares me.
I mean, you also haven't shaved, but I'm not here to judge you.
Hey, I'm trying to tender and love it and grow it and water it and
You need to.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm about to shave.
Good.
Yeah.
Casper
At
needs
this
some
point,
facial
I think I found a good team to carry me into where I want to go. And carry being a very loose word.
We like loose around here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean,
stuff. I was waiting for it.
babies
That's
being
kind of our
born
thing, in
and
case you didn't know.
babies being born and being married
I
under
mean-
bacon.
In no specific order, no doubt.
Yeah, that's
We
very
don't
true.
judge. We don't judge.
We don't judge.
But
watch and like and do the Truffle Shuffle.
I do have a guild in mind as a end goal, to stop and be happy with, and ironically enough, they're from Bloke's part of the world, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
I
Yeah.
listened to them on your stream, and the accent was overloaded. I was like, what is happening on my headphones right now? And then there was a few that were not Australian, or rather,
No.
they didn't have the accent.
This guild isn't that guild.
I
This guild
heard
is going to get me
Australians
put
on your
there.
thing. Were you?
Oh yeah, they're there,
Oh,
but
okay.
this one's all
You
Australian.
know,
Oh,
more
okay.
Australians do play well than just me, right? Like,
No,
there are others out there.
No,
Like,
maybe
like
I just
Vent
forget
teams.
that it's not just you and Lita out there in the Aussie
Holy
land.
shit, I heard an Australian on Vent.
We do. There is. Never mind. I'm not even going to go into that. Anyway, that's beside the point. So you're trading in the Americans because you feel like we're all casuals for the non-Americans, is what you're saying.
The raid times fit a lot better.
That makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Five night
I like
classics.
accents, so I'm a fan of anything happening in any
That's
kind of voice situation with accents.
definitely not something to be frowned upon.
Siri on iPhones, you can now change her dialect, and I did choose. I went British for a while, but now she's Australian. So when she talks in an Australian accent, which is kind of nice. It's a nice, from
Is
just your
that so
normal.
you can get used to the way I
No,
sound?
it's
or
because it's
something?
nice because then I feel like I have a tiny Australian in my phone, scheduling things for me and doing things for me. It's quite lovely.
I just want to have a tiny.
I got the brand new phone because, those of you that know me know that I'm insane and I always have the newest iPhone. Doesn't matter if they changed one feature or 20. I always have the latest iPhone. But I did get the new one, and the picture quality alone was enough for me to purchase, and it was amazing. Anyway, but she does. I did change her accent. She's now Australian.
I've got a tiny Australian in my pocket, so.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to hear, and my phone calls me Your Majesty, so it's really funny when she says it in her Australian accent. It's pretty cool.
Look, say it.
Say, what am I saying?
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, that's pretty, except it's a girl. It's totally awesome. I had a male.
Your Majesty.
I had a male version, and my husband's like, why is it male? Well, because I'm a girl. Why shouldn't it be male? Maybe I want a male to do things for me and say Your Majesty. I don't know. Anyway, slightly off topic, not even about World of Warcraft or anything important in general except nerd speak. So, with that being said, once again this week, not a whole lot of WoW news, so you're going to be in for a real treat here with some fuckery from the crew. But
We do.
Hellfire, boy, did this cause a shitstorm on the interwebs this week. So Normal Hellfire is set to be nerfed all the way around. All of the bosses are getting nerfed, including the final boss. Everything is madness. People are pissed off. Some are saying, why have mechanics at all? I mean, they literally nerfed this shit to the ground. You literally could go in there blindfolded with no hands and win, literally, and not even do anything except stand there. Yeah, it's what?
I have a comment for that.
So nerfs are aplenty. People are pissed off. Some are rejoicing because it's easier for them to do it if their team is derpy. Weigh in. What do you guys think?
Can I start? This is my territory.
You're right ahead.
So, to be fair, this happens every expansion.
True.
They don't necessarily take away mechanics, but there is a lot going on in the Artemon fight to begin with, and those two are the biggest culprits for wipes. So why hurt people that are stuck on normal and make it harder and where they can't even see it down? Second part is, if it wasn't to that point already for you, then you needed the nerf to begin with. Like, I don't understand why people would be so upset about them taking away the mechanics or nerfing normal whenever heroic and mythic are still going to be a challenge. Like, there is no difference between normal and heroic other than stats and how hard things hit, and gear drops are better. Like, there's no... I can go into normal, see the exact same mechanics all the way through until I see, or that I would see in heroic. So there is no stepping stone for newbie raiders, or like the more the people who don't push to see content. They do it for fun, and they don't necessarily always grasp mechanics right away. So there's no difference. Like, that normal to some people is the equivalent of mythic for me. So I don't understand why people are complaining about one nerf.
Okay.
Video.
Good.
concern.
I'll let you go.
It's the natural progression to me. Like as every expansion sort of wraps up, and they start heading in that direction of like finalizing and just pushing people through the content and making it easier for people to gear up so that they're best prepared for the new expansion. Like you have to expect that this sort of stuff's going to happen because it's essentially the timeline of WoW. Like they do it every expansion. They nerf stuff, or they give it a buff, or they're going to throw in like some magical island is going to appear out of who knows where, and then we'll spend 3 or 4 years grinding on there to get everyone catch-up gear and stuff like that. Like, it happens every time. Don't bitch about it. It's how things go.
And what I was saying, too, pre-show is that they're trying to prevent, and they said they weren't going to do it. They promised us they weren't going to do another Siege of Orgrimmar, but it's turning out that this is exactly what's going to happen. There's no more content coming out, no more raids, and they're trying to do that Siege of Orgrimmar burnout that we experienced back in Warlords of Draenor or Mist of Pandaria, where we spent months and months and months in there. I know, for example, for our raid is progressing fairly nicely, especially after a recent revamp of the actual core raid team. We're progressing pretty nicely through it, but we're still getting hung up on a few bosses. This is going to allow us to go ahead and move on to that heroic next level. We're going to be able to get our Archimon kill, and it's Archimon, by the way, Mr. Elitist over there. It's Archimon, and we're going to get our Archimon kill.
Doesn't matter when he's dead. Oh.
Still kind of does. We killed him once, and he obviously came back, so you know.
You're so casual. Your hair's casual.
It is.
Hot.
His hair is
My
amazing.
hair is it's a ducktail. That's what my mommy always called it.
DuckTales are on your
A
back.
ducktail.
He's
Every time you say
single,
DuckTales,
ladies
I
and
just
gentlemen.
remember that cartoon.
And we don't ever wonder why he's single. He's single. That's...
That's harsh. We love it.
I do not look good with a shaved head.
the
I can
bald
tell you
and the
that
beautiful,
right now.
as it were. I don't look good with a shaved head
all in
either.
one persona, too. The
The
bald
beautiful.
and the beautiful.
Let me tell you what I think about this. I don't care one way or the other. I think it's fine because there's no real reason for people to bitch. Okay, so that the people did it when it was hard. Good on you. Now you have the tall tale to tell about how awesome you were and you did it when there was hard mechanics. That's awesome for you. That's wonderful. Yes, Blizzard does this every expansion. Shit gets nerfed. It happens. Shut up. Quit your fucking bitching. It's like people are looking for a reason to complain. Who cares? The heroic is still heroic. Mythic is still mythic. LFR is still fucking faceplant derp. Who cares if they made normal a little bit easy for the people that are struggling? Stop QQing and crying about it. If you've already got your head of the ahead of curve, whatever the fuck it's called.
Ahead of the curve.
Ahead of the curve achievement for normal. Quit crying about it. Who cares? It doesn't affect you one way or the other. Yes, I know some of you are like, but we really, really want to work really, really hard. Okay, then. Get naked when you run normals then. I mean, give yourself your own challenge. Stop crying about it. It's not that serious. It's the end of an expansion. Who cares? Nobody. It's the end of an expansion. Most people in their raid teams are already well through heroic, so it doesn't even... If anything, here's my take. If anything, this makes it easier for people to gear their alts, because then they can go in through normals and with shite gear and be able to do what they need to do and be happy about it so that they can... Maybe you want to take this time to really build your perfect raid team for Legion. Great. Now you have the opportunity because normal's going to be a little bit easier, so you can rotate out different classes and play with different specs and things like that. So, and all in all, people are going to bitch, and I understand to some of you who it's really upsetting. I totally get that it's upsetting, but maybe instead of always finding a reason to be angry and bitching about something, maybe we could see the brighter side of it and what its usefulness is, because sometimes that is important, but it's not like they nerfed heroic. Now, if they nerfed heroic in mythic and it wasn't a challenge, okay, then I can really see us getting all up in arms and people are saying, well, it's a stepping stone to them nerfing. I'm sure heroic and mythic will be nerfed at some point normally as well. I'm sure they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna scale some. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like at some point they all get nerfed. So I mean,
Yeah.
Beta's coming. They said beta by the end of the year. Guess what? It's the end of the year. Beta's coming. Relax. It's going to be just fine. Overwatch is coming. There's going to be lots of other things for you to focus on. Stop focusing so much on the negative and let's bring a little bit of... I mean, it's one of those moments where I like to bitch about Blizzard too, But fuck, give Blizzard a goddamn break for once in a while. Like, can we just not find controversy in something they're doing for once? I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm not saying I even agree with it. So those of you freaking out and calling me a casual, I'm not saying I agree with it. If you don't agree with it, don't do it. Take your ass out of normal and get into heroic, and there's your challenge. Stop doing heroic and do mythic. There's your challenge.
Actually, you can look at it this way. If they didn't do what they're doing, congratulations, you now have WildStar.
Right. Like, I mean,
Like,
fuck.
WildStar came out meant to be based around hardcore gameplay. Like, everything you do was supposed to be challenging, whether in a group or soloing. They were relentless on nerfing anything, and everyone who couldn't do it left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather have people sticking around and playing with them, so I don't have a fucking 2-hour queue as a DPS, over having no one at all.
Agreed.
But even if they don't nerf it, half the fun is in trying. Like, if you're getting frustrated by it, you need to step away and do something else and come back to it next week. But the nerfs, they're definitely going to continue. Like, they've done that for a long, long time. Like, I'm thinking back to, like, Wrath Days, where week by week, the buff that they gave to make everything easier was a progressive thing. So every week it got a little bit heavier. And then as the different expansions came on, they found it was essentially doing the same thing, but it was just doing it in different ways. So whether it was giving your raid team a buff, or whether it was nuking the boss's health down a little bit every time you wipe, sort of thing. Like, they will always find ways to do it, whether it's exactly the same or not. But it's to be expected. Like, and I can say now that even when Legion comes out and we're a year and a half down the track and they've announced the next expansion after that, they'll be like, oh, whatever the end raid in Legion is going to be, oh, look at that, it's getting nerfed. All right, I'm giving you a year and a half heads up. Don't bitch about it next time it happens, because it's going to.
And this is normal. It's nothing, and I think that's really the underlying issue, is it's not abnormal. People are so shocked. How dare you? Well, I mean, are you really? This is the normal thing for Blizzard. It's not abnormal. I really feel like people just want to feel slighted, and that's okay. I understand we're grumpy. People are pissed off about WOD. I totally get it. We're bitter. Like, I get it. But please leave Brittany alone. Like, give them a chance. And if they blow it, they blow it. And I'll stand up here and burn the frickin' bridge down too. But let's not make it. It's not really that serious. Most of the people that were bitching are people that had already had their ahead of the curve, and I think they were just pissed off, like, how dare you? Well, you did it when it was hard, and that is something. You guys are always talking about how it's the inside that really counts, that you did something, and it's that inside little, I'm awesome because I did something when it was hard. So
What sucks is you don't even get your ahead of the curve until you down it on heroic.
Right.
So, and this hasn't even touched heroic yet. So,
stop crying.
yeah,
It'll be okay.
Now it's like
don't
time is a
understand.
flat circle. It's an achievement for bitch.
It's okay. It's gonna be just fine. I got achievements this weekend from Burning Crusade, and it didn't matter that they were old achievements. I still got them, and I still feel just as good because I got them. Don't even care if they were old, and people were still gratzing me in guild, and I was like, I know I'm a casual, and I don't even care. But with that being said, all fun and games, jokes aside, and all that stuff. Seriously, they did nerf. So if you're raiding and you're wondering why it's all of a sudden getting easy as of Tuesday, that's the reason why. It's not because your raid team got better. It's because Blizzard nerfed it.
It's not because the team got their shit together. It's because we nerfed it.
It's because we nerfed it. I don't even raid anymore. I took a small sabbatical from raiding, so I can't even say anything. Also, another exciting thing, the in-game shop offering services that they offer online. You now can do in your little in-game shop window. You can character transfer, you can name change, all of those normal things, which to me should have always been a thing since the in-game shop, but I think it's good that they finally got their shit together and added that. I think that's lovely that they did that. You can now.
I honestly can't remember the last time that I used the in-game shop, let alone used the services on the website. Like,
I let the husband boost some bullshit a while back, but other than that, we don't really use it much often.
My thing is, when are they going to start doing it for pool though?
That's what I was just thinking.
That would be awesome. Having that engaged shop tie in with gold, so you can actually pay gold name transfers, gold character transfers.
I think that's probably. I think they were testing it out with the tokens, but I'd really like to see us be able to pay for something with gold. I think that would be. You're already having to pay cash for it, whether you pay cash or gold, and you buy it from the similar system that they're doing with the tokens. Maybe you could buy a name change token. I mean, I think that they've really done we were so scared when this first came to pass before it was implemented, and I really think that they did a solid thing here. I think they did a good job maintaining it, and that's not me kissing Blizzard's ass, because everybody knows I don't kiss Blizzard's ass. I really think they did a good job. They took a lot of things into consideration, and it's still high price. It's going for 30. I think it was going for 29K last time I checked. 29K gold on our
It's
realm.
come along at the perfect time for me, because when I'm in that sort of period of the game where I'm like, oh, what am I going to do today? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and farm gold, because I'm too much of a tightwad to pay real money when I can pay in-game money.
Especially at this stage when there's no new content to make opening your wallet to pay your subscription really worth it. So it's nice to be able to. Me and my husband have been using the tokens because we are also on a BlizzCon budget.
Just don't get super inebriated and then log in with no gold and mounts.
It's true. Wait, what?
You know what, man? Fuck you.
I feel like there's a story that I either missed or forgot.
No, there's nothing at all we need to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
right
I
now.
think it'd be a great knee slapper.
Nothing. All we needed. No gold and no mount. Did you sell all your shit and give it away?
I think what he's talking about is that he has maybe got a friend that might have had a little bit to drink, and then instead of buying tokens and stuff, bought mounts and transmogs and all the money that he was meant to spend on tokens, maybe he spent on stuff that he didn't need. And then when he had a hangover the next day, he worked out that he needed to do some serious farming to pay for his monthly subscription, but at least he could do it on a nice shiny new mount.
I remember hearing some friend of yours do
That's
that.
the equivalent of drunk texting, just as
in
dangerous.
his sexy new male slut mug. But, you know, I don't know who that guy is, but, you know, Hotz's friend. Oh, shit, nearly dropped myself in it then. Hotz's friend's a bit of a dumbass.
That is the best story ever.
That's,
I'm
you know,
walking. Go ahead.
the saddest part about that? Twice in the last 6 months
You're
that has
very
happened.
irresponsible when you drink, so that doesn't surprise me.
We're not letting you drink at BlizzCon at all.
No, because Leah's going to be with him. It's going to be totally fine. She's going to be the voice of reason.
She knows how to play
She's going
WoW
to be
now.
shopping and not going to be giving a shit what he's doing, so he's in
Actually,
a lot of trouble.
I think we should save him from being drunk anyways, because now she's going to take advantage of him being drunk.
Like BlizzCon for us is going to be a hangover type of situation. Like we might get lost in Bangkok. There might be a monkey involved, and possibly, I'm not even going to say because I don't want to insult the Asian community, but possibly a tiny Asian hopping out of trunks. I'm just saying, and maybe there will be a Black Doug. You know what I mean? Like, what if this really happens? I'm pretty excited to know.
Let me get the list on. Hold on.
It's from
Add the African American and the Asian groups to the
from
list.
the movie. It's not like people won't know. Did you know he has his own show? The tiny Asian has his own show. It's hilarious. He is hilarious. What is his name? And his name in this movie was Leslie, but his real name is like I'm not even
Pretty sure that new show is called Dr. Ken.
It is, and it's hilarious. He's a doctor, and it's fucking hysterical. He's so funny. Okay.
I know that. I live in Australia, and you guys live there, and you didn't know that?
Dungeons are going on until the 5th of October, which is, by the time you guys watch or hear this, it's going to be nearly complete. So make sure you get in there and get your dungeons underway. Brewfest is going on until October 6th, so hopefully you have drank all your beers, done all your things.
I still can't get that fucking mount.
I got the RAM yesterday, and boy, were people bitter. Prudom was very upset that I got the RAM and told me that we were divorced, which is upsetting because she's got the Kodo. I still haven't gotten the Kodo, but I did get the RAM, and
I have gotten.
I was like, wait, is that what I think it is? And then somebody in my group in the run was like, fuck you, Warlock. And I was like, wow, okay.
I've got something to say about Oktoberfest, or Brewfest, or whatever it's called. I can't believe they've nerfed it and give everyone satchels now, like I did it the hard way and got them individually. Like, as if you nerf it, I'm going to have to go on the forums and rage about nerfing
How dare them, right?
Brewfest now. Like, no, that's
How
it.
dare
I mean,
you
what
turn
about
into
us
something you
hardcore
just
World
farm
of
every
Warcraft?
day during that time?
I earned that hard,
I
right?
for-
What about us
I
hardcore
forgot
PvP?
all about that. Wow. Yeah, that's actually 100% accurate.
I've got
See?
both mounts,
Prime example.
but the only thing I've been working for, and I got those years ago, is that damn remote. I cannot get that remote to drop to save my life. And it's not because I need it, because Stormwind really isn't that far from the mountain, but I have to have the damn remote, and I can't get it.
So
There's a guy
you're
in
the
my
kind of
guild.
person that they're nerfing to make it easier for, and I'm still going to be the one that's bitching about the nerf.
There's a guy in my guild that has gotten 3 Kodos this Brewfest.
I've
I'm
deleted
like,
more of the mounts than I really.
how?
I think if they're going to allow you to get multiple mounts, they should be sellable.
Yeah, right? You can sell the
Definitely.
Lovebird from Valentine's.
I agree with
Why
that.
not everything else?
I agree. I don't think you should be able
We'll revisit this once Hallow's End come around,
think
and,
there should
and
be a
whether I get
script.
the Headless Horseman or not.
I
I
have
think
that
there
one.
should be a script that's written where if an account, that mount is dropped on an account, that it doesn't drop for the person. But I guess that would be a lot of work for them to do, in the developers when they're trying to focus on Twitter and garrisons and stuff.
They spend time putting Twitter in. I'm
I
sure
know.
they can spend.
I mean,
a
God
few-
forbid you make
few
something.
20 minutes.
I
putting
get
the code in.
irritated when, like, okay, so when you're farming you need a specific piece, but you keep getting everything but that piece, and you keep getting the same chess piece 12 times in a row, and you're like, fuck, I got 12 of the same chess pieces, yay.
3 belts. So I have the belt on, and then I got on my naval mission, I got the belt, and then I did my 5 time walking dungeons, and I got the same exact damn belt.
I got fucking gloves that broke my set piece, so I didn't put them on from the last event. What was it? Mythics? Yeah, the Mythic Dungeon. That was
Yeah.
I finally decided to do that with the guildies, and I was literally like, are you shitting me? You gave me a pair of gloves that breaks my fucking Hellfire set? Kill yourself, Blizzard. I was very pissed off that I went through all that. But I had fun with the guildies, so I guess that, yeah, that's a thing, and it needs to not be a thing. During chat, you guys can't see, but they're making reference to this Army Man. So it ended up on my desk. I don't know why it's here, but you guys always have your little thing ding, so now I have one.
Don't you ever complain again. Don't you ever.
That's it. That's
What?
like your action figure for the end of the show. If you don't like
That's it.
with it, I'm
No,
gonna
but,
be
like, it's
very
in my
upset.
hand. I don't know what's happening. It's a thing. It's been a really rough week for me. But we'll talk about that later. So last item on the news agenda, Darkmoon Faire. The 4th until the 11th, get in there and get your thing. I got the Darkmoon Faire Tonk. That thing is my favorite pet so far because that thing is like mini-me firing the laser. It's my favorite. It kills.
It's
Anyway.
like a truck, too.
It
At
Grab
the
the
house.
one to make it stop hitting the microphone. It sounds like someone's knocking on the door. I'm like, no.
With the Darkmoon Faire, if you guys haven't gotten them, try to do the pet dailies. There's 2 guys you can do pet dailies. One you can get for Sid the Squid, and the other one gives you the Darkmoon Eye. You want to talk about making money for paying for your wild time? Both of those sell for at least 10,000 gold.
Nice.
And I'm usually lucky enough because I do it on both guys every day, and I'm usually lucky enough to win one or the other. And I know I sold the Sid the Squid last time for 15,000 gold, level 1 now, on my server,
Sure,
and
yeah.
it sold within minutes.
In oceanic currency, that's about 233 gold.
Is there a lot of them on your servers?
Yeah.
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 But even with that, though, I mean, there's so many different, if you're looking for achievement hunters, things to do. Look, people, step outside your box. Step outside your comfort zone. Look for stuff to do. There are so many achievements and so many cool little toys, like the blazing wings. If you get them, I want you to send a screenshot to belle@ponecast.net. She loves people wearing them blazing wings. She thinks it looks unique on everybody. So, but, that's
Oh,
just
yay,
one.
there goes another person with the same fucking bullshit the person before already had and is posting screenshots in the Facebook groups. Oh, look at my tune with my wings. The guy next to you has the same fucking pair of wings you has, the same fucking transmog set, and is the same class you are. I don't understand what's happening in America.
It is.
Individuality, people. Be different.
They don't have fucking dives yet. How could people be individual?
But, literally, when those blazing wing things happened, I literally was going to have a meltdown because every Facebook group and page and
Oh, fuck.
everybody
I
in
remember that.
game, look at my wings, look at totally great
were-
that you're average, awesome.
We were running Siege of Orgrimmar like constantly to get people their BOAs. Remember that?
Yeah.
And every time I stepped in there, and every time I pulled Garrosh, right before I pulled, I made sure I put my blazing wings on.
It was awful just because people were like, "Oh yay, look what I got! Great, way to be something."
Like, yeah,
To be
Cool.
fair, it's extremely, I guess you could say, unique on
Here's
a
why it
feral.
wasn't unique, because it wasn't difficult to get. That's why it was annoying to me.
It was a little
It was
challenging,
not.
but it depends.
Everybody had it,
depends
so
on
it
when you got
wasn't
it.
challenging.
Right. But
Okay,
Also-
but for ferals, it comes out their butt, so
not anymore.
they
I
kind
think
of
they fixed
fly.
that.
No,
I mean,
I
Haven't
did it
fixed it
like
yet?
2
they
days
fixed
ago.
it. They fixed it.
I did it 2 days ago. It
Did it
comes
get
out
out your butt?
it comes out the butt.
That
and
might
you're
be a
like,
personal problem. I don't think it's necessarily Blizzard related. I think
well,
you might
then
want to
I'm unique
consider
with them
your
motherfuckers.
fiber options, and perhaps maybe some yogurt might do you some good, sir.
That
You should
means
be-
I'm unique with them.
Don't
so I
blame
don't even give a
Blizzard
shit.
for your anal fuckery.
I think you have to use the be in the fire kitty form for it to come out your butt, but still, it happened.
In saving, though, a lot of stuff that you could do in the Darkmoon Faire, like if you want to do alts, I know a lot of people don't have all the heirlooms, and the scabbards are what, 2,000 to 3,000 gold a piece to upgrade them from like the 90 and then to 100. Go to the Darkmoon Faire, spend some time playing some of the games in there, find one that you're really good at, and just keep redoing it to get the tokens. You can buy tokens out of there for dark, for your BOAs. There's a lot of transmog gear that you can buy out of there, and a lot of people walk around with
Toys,
the Darkmoon Faire.
pets, there's lots of
Toys,
shit.
pets,
It's
mounts.
the tier 3 recolor, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
or
So there's
tier 2 recolor.
there's so much stuff that you can actually buy out of the Darkmoon Faire. You get the rep bonus if you're rep grinding. You get the merry-go-round, or you can actually buy the hats so that you don't have to keep going back all the time. So Shao rep, that if people don't do it, perfect time to do it. I know Bloke takes advantage of that every week, every month, don't you? And that's
Yes, I do.
Wait, what do
They're
you do
ideal
for the
things.
Emperor Shao rep? Wait, what?
No,
10%
don't tell
codes?
it. Don't tell it.
I've
If
been
you-
doing the Emperor Shao rep every day.
Okay, so you go to Darkmoon Faire and you get on a merry-go-round. You have to buy the ride tickets for like a couple copper or silver. And you get on a merry-go-round and you spend 2 seconds on there, and it gives you an hour buff that increases your rep by 10%.
Fuck you, bloke, and you didn't
Also-
even tell me? I thought we were friends.
And you're human,
What do
right?
we do for a living?
But you're human, right? On your,
Yeah.
your on, yeah.
I
So
don't
now
think
you get,
that's unfair, though.
but now you'll get 20% increase buff because you're human. You get 10% automatically. Plus, your little tokens, your little award tokens for winning them, for 10 each, you can actually go up and buy the Top Moon or Darkmoon Faire top hat. And so when you're out, let's say you've gone through your hour, instead of going back to the Darkmoon Faire, all you got to do is use this buff, and automatically adds another hour of 10%. Does not stack with the merry-go-round, but it still gives you 10%.
I don't do Darkmoon Faire, so there's not a lot of Darkmoon Faire stuff that I know. That's not my area of expertise. It's Lycans. But I'm very upset with you, bloke, that you know that I've been in Timeless Isle every day for like a month, trying to finish out all my reps in Pandaria, getting them exalted, and you knew specifically that Emperor Shao was a real grind for me,
Mhm.
and
How
you
did you
knew.
do that?
Uh,
Because that's not the first time we've spoken about that on the show. Because I freaked out when he told me
My
last
eyes
time.
glaze over
stuff
when
on the
people
show.
talk about stuff I don't like. So
But now,
So it's definitely not my fault anymore. It's your ADD attention
because
span.
I'm a wench, that's to be honest.
No,
Mine-
I know how you feel though. I've been grinding Emperor Poof Pants rep for like infinity years now, and I'm so sick of the Timeless Isle. It's ridiculous.
the last thing you can do also with Darkmoon Faire, get your 10% buff. And if you are doing the Argent Dawn tournament, and you get the Champions Ritz, which gives you the tokens to increase your rep by like 250 for the classic factions, take your Darkmoon buff, get your Darkmoon buff, go back to your garrison if you have the, what is it, the trade, what do they call that
trading
thing?
post.
The trading post that gives you the increased rep.
Mhm.
If you take it back there, you get your 20% from that. You'll get your 10% plus from that, and use your Ritz back then. So you actually end up coming up with 325 rep.
You're making me use my head in math, and I don't appreciate that, sir.
Go back to your trading post, use these little champions Rifts back there, and you actually increase your rep tremendously with them. Plus your Claxy, the ones you get from killing the Warbringers, those all get increased rep back at your garrisons with the
That's what I
trading
need to
post.
farm as Warbringers.
Yep. and you have your little 10% buff from there, and it actually starts adding up plus your 10% human if you're human.
It's hard to farm Warbringers these days because everybody's farming them because there's nothing to do in game. So but I do need to do that for the reps.
Speaking of
My heart's breaking right now that nobody told me.
Speaking of Emperor Poop Pants, remember whenever everyone was farming the frogs to upgrade their gear? I have over 100k coins and I'm barely even friendly with Emperor Poop Pants. I'm like,
Yeah,
so you still got to farm it just so you can go back and get
yeah,
that.
like I have all the fucking coins I need.
It's easy. What I do is I just do I go do his daily, and I go up to the very top of where Ordos is, and I just murderlize everything.
See, that's scary for me because I'm used to pulling things with Starfall, and those things still kind of tickle. So
Yeah, they heard it. The priest, the high priest, is what you don't want to pull. You can pull everything else in the center, and should be able to handle that because my warlock with her blueberries, she can handle probably 6 or 7 of those at once. Not the priest though. The priest I can only take on like one at a time because
I'm probably gonna grab a farming buddy and like a tank or a healer.
I've been doing this shit every day. Literally, I log in and I'm in Timeless Isle, and everybody's like, "What are you doing here?" Well, because
I bet you're not even using the guild reputation banner either.
Yeah, I use my banner.
Okay. You knew about that one?
Yeah, well, I don't know about Darkmoon Faire things because I'm not a big Darkmoon Faire person. I've never been into the Darkmoon Faire things, so...
You can get a title that's very fitting. Be insane.
For Darkmoon Faire?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you have to get exalted with them. And, no. I'm still working on the insane, and that title will actually literally get you there. I'm exalted with Darkmoon Faire. But I haven't even started on Blood Moon Cell rep because I don't want to go too negative with the other reps, and it's just no.
I made that mistake once.
Use an alt. Use an alt.
What is it? Blood Sail Admiral Huge Bloke. And I was like, yeah, not many people have that. And at the time when I did it, there was literally 4 of us on my server. I'm still paying the price for that because all my goblin and like gadget stand reps and stuff suffered horrendously. Yeah. And being that rep farming is like second to my mount farming, like I still don't have the heart to go back and fix up the damage that I did. So that insane in the membrane achievement is well worthy of the title.
And now it's even easier to talk about nerfs. People complain because you don't have to do remember what was the one that you had to do in Dire Maul? Turn the lead rooms in. You don't even have to do that anymore.
You
had
to get a rogue to pit pocket all this shit. Yeah.
Same with Winterspring, the Frost Sabers. You can get done in like 8 to 10 days now, as opposed to 8 to 10 years.
I think it's funny that Bloke has now probably paid off Mrs. Bloke to go on YouTube and be like, more Bloke, please. I just seen her comment on our YouTube, and it made me laugh with joy because she's Team Bloke, obviously. She would not be Team anybody else, but she's like, more Bloke.
Or, while we're just confessing things, Mrs. Bloke probably had nothing to do with it unless her YouTube account took down.
On that subject, I'm sure that you guys have noticed that in the rare moments we actually have the 2 rotating members actually on. I wanted to address those changes and talk about kind of the future of what we're doing here at Pwnecast. Most of you guys have been with us for the long haul. We do have a lot of new ones who probably started not really knowing the humble origins and where we come from and what we do. We did lose Frieza recently due to work and real life stuff that kind of pulled him away in the natural order of things and how life happens. We've lost quite a few along the way, as I am not one of the founding members. I am the veteran, but I am not the founding members. And we've pretty much lost all the founding members, and they have left it to us to keep the momentum going and the creation that we have taken over over the last year and the nature that it's taken away. Which it's really, they've been founding because they were, we're talking 12, 13 episodes, and then I think the rest has pretty much been what we've been building based off losing them to real life stuff and, things that happened. Elida had real life aggro and had a baby and good things going on in his life. And Frieza got a new job, and it's a good job. It's good for him. And unfortunately, his obligations here is just something that had to be placed on the back burner. So we had originally decided we were going to have Dark, who's my husband, come in and be the body filler for Frieza, assuming that Frieza's situation was going to be super temporary. I think it's going to be not super temporary because I think we know he's there for a few months, and I think it's going to be one of those things where the natural order takes the natural order, and I don't want Frieza to stress out over trying to give more of himself than what he's ready to do. Understanding that, and understanding that my husband irritates me to no end 99% of the time, and to have him encroach on my hour that I spend with my boys every week, and I want to punch him in the face, it's, we're domestic. It is what it is. The husband and wife usually have domestics, but just kidding. I love him dearly. But realizing that it was completely ridiculous to have Hots and Bloke continue to rotate. The original reason we had them on rotation is because Bloke's wife is a lovely woman. I love her probably more than I love Bloke. And because he is Australian and is from not America, the night we record is actually his Sunday, and it's smack in the middle of his Sunday. So the wife does lose their Sunday fun day and doing things with the little mini Bloke and all the things that they like to do because he's got to spend the hour and a half here with us. And I was having them switch so that he can continue to have his Sunday, but I did the other day just sit him down and say, okay, I think I need to ask your wife if she can make the grand sacrifice of every Sunday so that we can no longer rotate and just have the members be here and continue to push forward with the amazing fuckery that we're putting out. So the wife really love her to pieces.
I haven't actually told her yet. I'm just like, I'm playing by ear and I'm letting her figure it out. Because in 3 weeks' time, I'm leaving the country, and then what's she going to do?
Well, I mean, yeah, Dark's going to have to fill in because Bloke's going to be out of the country, and it's going to be difficult for him to be able to be on the show. But wait, so you haven't even asked her? You told me she was fine.
Well, no, it's because I'm scared of her. So, I'll get away with it for as long as I can, and then I'm going to have to start using makeup to cover up all the black eyes that I'm going to get. Look, it's not the greatest plan, all right, but I'm making it up as I come along.
He told me that she was fine with it, and I assumed that they had already spoken, because see, I'm very...
never assume. It makes an ass of you and me.
It really does. It made an ass of you. I'm very aware of the wives in the situation, because I am the only female on this team. I'm very aware of the wives, and I love the wives, and I respect the wives. And he put me now in a really awkward position with the wife, because the wife might very well end up mad.
She does actually listen to the show, so in approximately 1, maybe 2 days, when she listens, I'm fucked.
Good.
So I'm going to be coming up like BlizzCon and all, she got me. I fell down the stairs. I walked into a door.
See, if you're listening to this, we're going to whoop his ass. Don't even worry about it. Got you.
If you're listening to this, I love your accent.
Right. Can
we have her on the show?
We should replace them anyway. Just have her instead of him. Just kidding.
She did start playing WoW.
She has. She's doing really well. She stopped squealing at things that attack her now.
Bloke has too many fans for us to do that. They would be very upset. Every week when Hots is on, they're like, more Bloke. And then when Bloke is on, they're like, more Hots. And then, so that's the thing. But Dark will come and do guest appearances as needed to fill in when it's possible. But let's be honest. This isn't Dark's life. This is Belle's life, and he supports me, so he does what I need him to do. But he's a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. He doesn't like to be all up in the action and such. He likes to just be doing secret, whatever fucking shit he does.
He's Dark Ninja, so...
But I wanted to make sure that you guys knew kind of how we were playing things and kind of playing it by ear to see, what's going on with Frieza and what the future holds. But you can rest assured that regardless of who comes and go, Pwnecast is always going to be here. That just is what it is. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to produce awesome content and fuckery and all the things that why you guys watch us, we don't really know. Why you listen, we don't know, but we love you and we think it's awesome. Clearly you guys are as insane as we are. So, with that, let's go ahead and get into our week in WoW. Lycan, what did you do this week in WoW?
We did a little bit more raiding in Hellfire Peninsula Hellfire Citadel.
Hi, Felicia.
Yeah, I stressed out majorly because I come in, I'm standing there in my DPS gear, got all my DPS buffs rolling, and Myth was like, oh, by the way, we need you to tank. And I went, oh, dear God. And nothing against our other tank, because Tiergan is an awesome tank, and me and him, we don't even talk to each other. A lot of chatter usually goes back between the tanks, whispers to see, hey, do this, hey, do. No, we don't say a word to each other, and we just go in and do our thing. And it wasn't bad, but when Spanking You is our other tank now, and when he showed up, I went, oh, thank God. And before Myth could get the words out of his mouth, that I'd already switched specs, switched my gear, switched my talents and everything. I was all ready to go. But we did actually pretty awesome this week. Little shaky on some of the bosses, but like I said, we just came through a whole revamp of our core rating team. We brought in what we called the B team, which really wasn't anything less than what they were doing than us, but they were just two different teams that were just moving in, and we decided to merge them. And some of these people that really never stepped in a rating, I'm super proud of. These people that they don't know what rating is like, they don't know what it is, and it's pretty cool. So it's nice to have that group together. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of Argent Dawn rep and trying to get them damn tokens for 2 of the toys that I don't have for the Brewfest is going on. I don't have the pony, and I think there's the one keg thing. I don't think I need another. I need 300 coins for total, and I think I got like 150, but slowly but surely I'm getting there. But other than that, really nothing else, just my normal fuckery going through and doing my liking things.
Secret liking things, as it were.
Pet battles are over. I'm so upset.
Look, outside of the imminent divorce that I'm sure we've caused tonight, what goes on in your weekend? Wow.
Because nothing's really changed. I'm still not raiding. I still refuse to looking for pug and all that sort of stuff. So I keep doing the old achievements. At the moment, I'm trying to do the raiding with leashes ones, just because they're really, really easy and I can solo them nice and quick. The problem is the RNG is not working in my favor, and so far I'm averaging every toon I own going through each raid and not getting a damn thing. So I'll be working on that one for a while.
Because you don't tell your wife the truth about everything. That's why. So the Blizzard gods are mad at you because you're not forthcoming in your marriage.
The Blizzard gods should be happy with me because I went into Ice Crown with Hots and we were trying to get as I've been calling him, Vince. That stupid horse that won't drop, and I offered bacon, and we did a offering dance, and there was like what was the trinket thing that you used?
It was magical. Is that what you were going to say? It was
the one that brings the dwarves out, and they do their little dance. The 4 dwarves.
Are you talking?
It's a toy, yeah.
Yeah, and they kept like
the Irish jig. Is that what?
That's pretty much what they do. Yeah.
The little Iron Maiden.
Not all Irishmen are dwarves.
I can actually do the Irish jig. Funny story. I can actually do the Irish jig. It's.
I'm calling shenanigans.
We're going to add Nick's
I really can.
now, okay?
Where we
This is gonna happen.
I don't know. Maybe.
But maybe they were dirty on me because Vince didn't drop, and now we have to go back again next week. So we'll try. That and leveling again, and I created a toon that will eventually be a iron bloke, I believe. So
nice.
Stone will be happy to hear that and see that happening. That's it. My whole week.
I know we talked you into some Iron Man fuckery. Tell us about that. Because I know that's what you did this week outside of raiding.
Yeah, it's been going really well.
Tell them, because I don't think I think it happened after the show. We totally convinced you to.
Yeah, it was. Oh, by the way, like I walk out of my room because I don't come out during recording because I don't want to mess anything up, and I get. Oh, hey, by the way, we challenged you to the Iron Man challenge. Okay, I've been wanting to do it for a while. Oh, you got to do it in a PvP server.
Say what?
What? Okay. And it's been going well. I've been trying to get a feel for the server, see when it's active, see when it's not active, because I'm not one of those people that play games that you lose it all whenever you die for a reason. And I'm deathly afraid that I'm going to get to, like, level 89, be, like, right there, right about to unlock my garrison, and here comes some motherfucker and ganks the shit out of me because I'm on a PvP server. And I'm not saying what PvP server I am on because I'm not allowing anyone to be like, oh, hey, because I don't,
Oh,
but
I know what I'm doing.
Wasn't it Nagrand or something?
yeah, it was like Nagrand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
so
I will admit, I did try and find create a horde turn.
Here is how easy it is to manipulate HOTS. All I had to say is imagine you would be the first record breaker to level an Iron Man challenge on a PvP server and be successful. And that is
And-
all it took for him to be like, I'm doing it.
As soon as you said that, he suddenly disappeared, and there was just that smoky, cloudy outline
Yeah.
of where he used to be standing.
It's my boys, it's so easy for me to know exactly what they need to hear to motivate them, but I knew once he heard the very first person in the world, okay, because this has not been done. This has never been done. According to our knowledge and Stone's knowledge being the
No.
curator of the Iron Man. So what level are you?
at the moment I'm inching up to 20, but that is no small fucking feat because that is like 8 hours played into this, and I started Draenei and I was like, all right, we're good. I get out of the Draenei starting zone and I get put in the Night Elves, and I was like, I'm really close to Orgrimmar. I'm gonna run my happy ass to a ship and go to Stormwind and then run my happy ass Redwood because that ain't happening. So yeah, and honestly, like, it's actually really refreshing whenever I'm playing those tunes because it takes leveling to a whole new level for me, and it gives me an end game other than, oh, I just want to make it to 100, blah, 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 blah. And I'm getting to see a lot of quests that I haven't seen because I haven't leveled something from 1 to 100 or 1 to whenever, like 85 since Cataclysm.
And slowly, because you're very fast when you level.
I haven't done it through questing, so this is really good for me to go back and see what all actually changed in the Cataclysm compared to vanilla or hell, even Wrath. But so and a part of me is excited about it for other reasons, but I'll mention there, and I guess I'll
You're the
keep
real
us,
MVP.
I'll keep us in track, I guess, or update us as it goes.
I thought it was an appropriate point for abreast. I like to say abreast whenever it's warranted because it's
I will
nice
keep
to
us
say.
abreast, even though I have none.
And feel free to add like in 1312 to your battle tag. And what I'll do is I will keep you abreast of Hots' location at any time. So if you do want to add like in hashtag 1312, that's my battle tag. Make sure you whisper me and let me know who this is, and then I will make sure if you're starting a horde tune, definitely let you know where Hots is sitting at.
It's gonna be. We're gonna have to make this a game. Where in the world is Hots for Shots?
I would be livid because Weenie made a joke about it, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like that'd be the first time I punched a woman in the face out of anger because
You just threaten her? She's like a
Yes.
midget. That's like child.
That's on
That's like a
her.
child crime, Hots. She's like a tiny child.
I mean, looks
That's
can
like
be
a
deceiving.
child endangerment or something.
Definitely. I mean,
Are you comparing those?
it warned her off. Like she's not gonna do it now. So I'm
That
okay.
just means she's gonna pay somebody to do it, because that's what I would do.
She don't have to pay anyway. Just let Weenie, if you're watching, just get a hold of me through Facebook, and we'll take care of it.
Just in case you're wondering, as I said earlier in the show, I do need to farm a hell of a lot of gold to keep my subscription going, and I will happily accept bribes because I do actually know for a fact which server he is on.
Yeah,
So there you go,
one of the
folks. If
very
you want
I
to
know
find
what
out,
server, but I'll
Go
take that
this
to
way.
my grave because I'm a good friend.
I won't.
Thanks.
But
I'll
I-
do it on
I
Facebook
won't.
tomorrow.
I need-
I do like tacos, so if tacos are involved, then all bets are off, just so we're
there
clear.
you go. Now you've got a few options: tacos, gold.
I'll do it for free
Awesome.
because
I
I'm
will
an
kill
asshole.
you all. I do
That's
see you
valid.
in October, and we are taking a car ride together.
It
Just
is
saying.
October.
remember-
You meant November.
Yeah, November. Sorry.
I will be sleeping with you, and we're gonna have fun.
Oh,
Love you, buddy.
Which is true. Okay. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited to see. I figured out of anybody I know, you would be the one that would do it because you're that type of freak.
Yeah.
So,
It's fun though. So
well, I might do it. Not the PvP aspect, although it is appealing to me to see if I could do it. I'm going to be really honest. It is appealing. The only PvP server I have any experience on was Natherzim. So it is
and
appealing.
you don't even really have to worry about it
which
until
may
you
or
hit
may
like
not be the server.
But let me ask you this: when you're doing your Iron Man though on the PvP, which way are you going? Are you doing Bloodthirsty? Are you doing Pacifist? Have you set a?
Oh, I'm doing the legitimate Iron Man challenge.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
He's doing
I'm
classic,
doing
the classic.
You're doing classic.
The 1 to 100 without
The buffs or the greens or anything like
buffs,
that.
screens, anything like that. Even though at this point, honestly, I could almost do the Bloodthirsty because I did take a side note to be 2 levels above everything that I'm killing. So I make sure as I'm running, because I can't mount yet, I make sure that I'm tagging things and killing it while I'm running. So.
Good point.
Interesting.
But,
You don't
yeah.
have a mount yet?
No, you can't mount to level 20.
Oh, you can't use the chauffeur? Oh.
Nope.
BOA.
Like they said, the general rule of thumb is outside of the stuff that you get from questing, if it is account bound, don't use it. If it's not something that you've earned on that tune, do not use it. And you don't earn the chauffeur through that tune.
Got it.
And by the time you can, you will be able to use other mounts anyway, so.
Right.
I'm just excited to get flying because that'll be the lifesaver.
Awesome. Well, my week consisted of still doing nerd points. The achievements just, people all week have been like, you want to do stuff? Nope, cheesements. Sorry, cheesements. Nope, cheesements. Yesterday I did a bunch of fishing or pet battling achievements. I did the big city ones, which you should have done a long time ago, but I barely did them, where you have to do the pet battles in the Horde Zone and Alliance Zone, and then you get all those. I got quite a few achievements this weekend. I've been doing my stables, all the things that I hate. This is how I've been talking, and I've been getting other guild members involved in this process of being excited about achievements. I didn't used to be, even now, I'm not really a person that's super excited about, I got to have all these achievement points to feel valid or anything. Really, it's just really, it's about setting out to do something and staying the course until it's done, really, because I have a bad habit of not staying the course and finishing things, because it's not that I'm lazy, really. You guys know from before, if it involved any kind of rep grinding whatsoever, it wasn't going to happen, but that's what I've been doing. So I finished all the Draenor reps, and now I'm working my way through Panda, and I'm going to completely backtrack all the way to BC because I don't have any of those reps because I didn't give a shit. Unless I needed, like, Miss Pandaria, I did the few that I needed for my professions. Other than that, I didn't finish them because I'm like, it's whatever. So now I want to just be able to log in and say I'm exalted with all of the things I should be exalted with, which is a nice thing to say. I'm a Grandmaster, bee, fisher, angler, professional cookery, like I have all those.
Salty and chef?
No, I'm working on salty right now.
I need 2 more achievements for it, and it's the fucking crawdad and the tournament, yeah.
Yep. I think you find there's a whole bunch of people that are working on those.
Yeah, but it's nice because I've been seeing people fishing. I've been seeing people doing pet battles. My goal now is to have all of my active buildings level 3. I'm missing my stables and I'm missing my menagerie. I think I still need like 100 pet battles in Draenor. I've been doing a couple every time I'm out in between queues. But yeah, I'm just working. I'm working on professions. Then I find a couple in pet battles I want to do. Then in exploration, now I'm going to go and explore all the zones. I've realized that there's a lot of shit I have not explored. And there might even be just maybe 1 or 2 per zone that I'm going to go and explore so that I can get the explorer title. There's just a lot of stuff that I'm looking at, realizing that it can be done while there's nothing else going on in game, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. Yeah, we're not doing anything else, and it's nice for me, and it's allowing me to experience other aspects of the game that I didn't really experience before, and I might just find that this might be my new thing. So moving into the next expansion, I might want to right away rep grind and do what I need to do in the very beginning, and then, that's pretty much what I've been doing in game.
That's generally how you should do it. So you can do it when you're having fun with the game, and not do it whenever you're burnt out and you have nothing else to do, and then you're just like, ugh.
Well, to be fair, I'm having fun. I really am enjoying myself now doing the older stuff because I'm not dying every 5 minutes, and I go back to Ordon Sanctuary and I fucking murk everything, and I love it. What do you mean Cinderfall almost killed me when I didn't have any gear? Nope, one shot. Seriously.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like right now I'm doing the Sinan stuff, and I'm just like, Oh god, because I need Exalted for one thing, and
For
it's
the
like it's
warlocks out there, I want to highlight something. Skill Capped. We have a subscription to Skill Cap's website. Skill Cap's website, they were talking about your perfect RBG team. Naturally, they said Affliction Warlock is good to have on the team. They also said you should have Destruction Warlock. Sarth messaged me that the other day. He's like, I'm going to make you really, really happy. I'm going to send you this link. So he sends me the link. Imagine a spec everybody tells me that I shouldn't play and everybody tells me is garbage. Literally, finally, people are starting to get off the Affliction bandwagon a little bit, even if it's just a couple of the bigger people. Skill Capped, that's what they do, but for them to acknowledge Destruction on
Did you
that
see
kind
the
of level.
disclaimer there? They had a little asterisk after it, and then right down the bottom of the
Except
web
for
page
Bell?
it said, "We're full of shit."
No, that's not
The,
happening.
to be honest though, remember when we were doing RBGs before you kicked me off? We were in doing like Warsong Gulch and stuff like that. We were doing, the flag. I'd have one hero on me. There would be me and Bloodspec, and then there was Belle in her Destro. And yeah, if I would take the attention and beat the hell out of them, and then I just see like 2 green demon or chaos bolts come flying at them, and they're gone. They are very powerful. They're situational. You're not a really good flag runner. There's certain things that you're not great at.
Me running flag is hilarious because I'm like, I don't know where to go. I wasn't built
every
for that.
time she ran like halfway into their team. Just
I did because I totally
Just
don't know
saying.
where to go. I have no sense
like-
of direction when it comes to that.
The capture the flag ones, and you playing defense, and especially on kill team when they're in their flag room, you're evil to have enter because they get them down. You get them down to that what do they call that execute range, and you do that one ability,
Shadowburn.
they're dead.
That's I live for Shadowburn. Once you're in execute range and that Shadowburn, it's gonna kill you, and I'm just gonna smile while you're dead. But so it's been quite lovely in RBGs because my damage has increased. I've been theory crafting with some different things. I'm actually probably gonna put out a little bit of a destro for the average little guide for some setups and stuff that I've been working with. But so when we did RBGs last week, so this feral, like even yesterday too, this feral was like, oh, I'm gonna run her down. So he passes me, we're passing each other, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna grab her. So he comes to try to take me on. I killed him a lot. And when I say I killed him a lot, like complete overkill, like he was bleeding all over the side of the road. So every time he respawned, he would come and look for me. And I'm like, bruh, did you not learn your lesson? Like, I am wrecking your face. Seriously, get away from me. So then he goes and gets his DK friend. Okay, now you got to have your DK. You went and got your mommy. Got it. Okay. So he brings his DK friend, and the DK does the grip. And, yeah, they're all, you guys are cool because you grip me. You're awesome. So I CC'd and all that stuff. The moral of the story is I killed them both. And he literally targeted me the whole RBG, and I was laughing, and here's why I was laughing, because they think, let me take out Destro because they're going to be super easy, and I know that's what they think. He figured he's seen me, and that was going to be an easy meal. Little did he know, I'm trained to kill. I'm not trained to cuddle you. Like, I'm going to kill you. So, yeah, he was a really bad feral, though, to be honest. If I kill a feral that easy, I really shouldn't be able to. Feral's literally one of my harder classes to go against because they're really gnarly when they're played properly. So he really was not a good feral. But another quick story I wanted to tell because Brutum would be excited. So Garbashi Arena, that's a thing. The little goblin brings in a chest, comes out, and you get a token, and you have to get 12 of them for whatever. Brutum's on this quest to do it. The problem with that is people camp the Garbashi Arena because it's every 3 hours, right? It's like 3, 6. Okay. So people camp it. We knew we weren't alone when we got there. It's 6 a.m. server time, which means it's 3 a.m. my time. We knew there was people there because there was a Blingtron. So we were like, okay, it's whatever. I drop my portal down to the middle of the arena where the chest spawns. So as soon as the chest spawns, I can use my portal off my mount, because if you use the portal while you're mounted, it will take you through the portal. And I can CC whoever's down there so that Brutum can get into the trunk. 2 rogues. The rogue tried to attack me and Brutum when I went down to pop my portal. This is really, really funny. They kind of try to wreck Brutum. I had not dropped all the way down, so technically I wasn't flagged. So I'm trying to attack to help her, and I'm like, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. And she's like, you're not flagged, that's why. So they kill her. And they start talking shit to her. They're yelling and they're like, "Oh, you're a pussy, you're this, you're that." And Burnham's laughing because she's like, "They don't even know I'm a girl." It's so funny. So, anyway, moral of the story: we drop down and the chest spawns and it's a battle royale. Kill both rogues. Rogue kills her, she comes back. Rogue kills me, they come back. Both rogues again. Boom, kill both rogues. They go, come back, boom, kill both rogues. Literally, like, and it was, me and her were literally wrecking these two rogues, literally wrecking their face. So she gets it. At the end of the day, she gets it. The one rogue whispers me and is like, the other guy was yelling and he's like, "Wow, it's just because you had your CC bot," referring to my fears. I get offended when people say that because that's not the kind of Destro I am. I don't sit there and CC the entire time. I CC when it's warranted and when it's needed, and I CC according to what you should when you're engaged in another player's situation. I only CC'd him twice, and I Hall of Terror'd both times. So it's a 40-second cooldown on my Hall of Terror. So 2 CCs, that's what happened, 2. He acted like they were CC'd the whole time. They were really bad rogues, though, like really bad. They should have used their kidney shot on me, and they didn't. They used it on Brutum for something they shouldn't. I was literally, they overlapped their kidney shots. It was just bad business all the way around. So this guy whispers me, and he's like, "I don't know why my friend's acting like that, but totally, you did a really, really good job. That was an excellent fight." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm skilled. I mean, you thought you were going to come in and get an easy meal because you seen Destro standing there, like, I don't know what that was about." And he's like, "But if I would have done this, this, and this, it would have been game over." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, that's cool, but you didn't do any of those things, so it wasn't game over. I was just helping my guildie. She needed something, and I was helping her." And he's like, "Yeah, that's, you're being a good guild master." He's all, "But do you want to 1v1 me?" And I'm all, "I 1v2'd you, and I killed you both. I mean, what else? What else do you want? You got 1v2'd because Brutum was opening her chest. I mean, you were 1v2'd. Did I miss something?" So the reason it was funny is because it was 2 different reactions. The one guy's yelling. He's in yell chat, and he's pissed off. He's so angry because he feels slighted. He should have gotten this trunk, whatever was in the treasure box. Obviously, you didn't get what was in there. Don't try to blame me because I CC'd you twice during this incursion that we had. Literally, I used you didn't have a problem using your bullshit, fucking rogue bullshit on me where you sat there stealth like a little chicken shit the whole time. Anyway, so yeah, that I wanted to tell that story because I know Brutum would get a kick out of that story. And they were both, the one tried to be like all diplomatic and he was like, "Well, I could have done all of these things and it would have been game over." And then he blamed her Army of the Dead and was like, "I couldn't even target you because the Army of the Dead." Okay.
And? Did he use smoke bomb?
I mean, he did, and this is what's funny.
And?
They complained about us using what we're given to be skilled. You complained because I used my Hall of Terror. They consider it multiple CCs because I CC'd them at the same time. Hall of Terror is an area CC. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't complain.
Let me make it where the circle's only hitting one person.
Right. Like, I didn't complain when you sapped me multiple times. I didn't complain about any of those things. I didn't complain when I almost had you killed and you fucking disappeared into the shadows like a little fucking bitch at 10%. Like, I didn't complain about that. So the reason I wanted to highlight this is it's always funny when we are involved in any kind of player versus player situation in the world because you could totally tell that they were like 16-year-olds, like they were just little teenage kids who got up before school and were like, we were going to go to a Garbashi arena, and then you got the old lady who just came in there and fucking teabagged your face. So anyway,
did you teabag him?
No, I tried to be really like, yeah, that was a good match, you guys put up a good fight. Like, I totally wasn't doing any shit talking. I mean, that's a lie, but to the other guy who was yelling, me and Brutum were cracking up laughing. It was a good time. If either one of you rogues are listening, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So that's the life of a Destro, being accused of being a CC bot because apparently fearing twice during a PvP.
I think that's just lock in general. Like,
but
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I do use my CC because that's what I'm built for, but it's not how I win. My CCs are not how I win. Yes, sometimes it is the difference between me surviving or saving my healer or getting the flag cap. I mean, there's a lot of instances when it's useful, but I'm not doing anything I'm not allowed to do that's not within in my right. I don't complain because shamans use their fucking bullshit totems that they lay everywhere and you get stuck in the middle of the fucking things and you're like, oh, I was going to lumber mill, but now I'm going to stand here in the middle of your capacitor totem and just stand here because I'm stuck. So that's all I wanted to. That was not a dig at you, bloke. Your totems.
Well, that's like the only thing we can do. Like, if you want to see how not to play World of Warcraft in PvP, shit, I'll bring Huge Bloke along.
So yeah,
Like,
that was my week in WoW, and I wanted to talk about the World PvP stuff because that was amusing for me.
You should be on a PvP server. It's that all the time.
No.
what server should I join if I was to be on one?
Yeah.
Frostbane.
Servers
Do
out
you have
there?
a server that you
Frostbane.
Frostbane?
Frostbane. Yeah.
Frostbane?
I feel like there's another server you might know of.
I know a
And
lot of
it's not-
PvP servers.
And it's not the Grand.
I don't even know what PvP server he's on. I know he told me, but I didn't pay attention.
I
I'll
know because
invest.
I started that tune.
I don't want to know because I'll accidentally say it and then I'll feel really bad because people are going to listen and they're going to go camp him and it's going to be my fault he didn't win the game.
Feel free to follow at @Lycan_Pwnecast, and there might or might not be a tweet coming out in the future of what server he's on. Just saying.
We are going to go ahead and wrap it up. I wanted to remind everybody that we are gearing up for BlizzCon. With that being said, we are going to have extensive BlizzCon coverage. Aja is going to be our eye in the sky. She's going to be the one reporting directly to you guys via Facebook and the Pwnecast Daily Quest.com regarding the things. We are going to be videotaping our entire events, including whatever drunk fuckery we do get into. We are going to be assisting in the entertainment of the Blizz Nerd Dinner. If you are going to the Blizz Nerd Dinner, we are fucking stoked to provide your awesome entertainment along with Kitra and a bunch of other people that are going to be helping make sure it's a memorable evening. Some of you may or may not have noticed, conbeforethestore.com, under the World of Podcast section, you will see Pwnecast's lovely logo as part of the content creators that are going to be in attendance. We are going to be meet and greeting, so if you are attending Con Before the Storm, we will be there as well, giving away some swag. But if you guys are going to BlizzCon and you guys want to do a meetup, we do plan on doing it that weekend, so don't have the details specifically ironed out. Likely going to be a Sunday, might be a Saturday night. It is going to be one of the nights on the weekend night because we have stuff Thursday and Friday. So we will keep you guys posted on that. Make sure you guys follow all of us on the Twitter sphere. I tweet all the time, literally. That's where I live, is on Twitter. So if you guys are on my Facebook, I don't really post a lot on Belle's Facebook. I'm on Twitter. It's at Belle of Pwnecast. Lycan is at Lycan of Pwnecast, right?
Lycan_Pwnecast.
Lycan_Pwnecast. It's going to be right here on our boxes. Huge Blokes is like at Mr. Giant 69 or something weird. What is it? 80, 89?
I did it.
Really?
Remember, and they wouldn't let me have it. 81. Mr. Giant 80.
And then Hots is at Hots for Shots. But I'm a huge Twitter freak, so make sure you guys follow us, and we'll tweet you pictures of bacon and tacos. So that is the episode we have. That was a bunch of fuckery you guys got this week, and I've been enjoying the no news because it's allowed us to kind of unwind. We've been really stressed out with all the BlizzCon planning. It's a lot. We didn't expect to be anybody important anywhere, and now all of a sudden people like us, and we're really excited to be doing those things, and we're pretty humbled, I would say. So we are going to get on out of here. Thank you guys for joining us and giving us your hour every week. We always love to get to entertain you with our fuckery. Make sure that you comment. Love your comments. Love that you like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah, we're going to get the hell on out of here because weirdness has already started happening. But now I already have my own. It's a little army. Look at his little bayonet. Look at
Golf clap.
I'm so proud.
I'll give you a golf clap for that.
boom, boom, boom.
But
Here's what happened. I have this whole
you've
jug
been
of
playing-
these things.
You've been playing with Army Mans, and like my own personal rogue has been like walking around in the background.
You know why this happened? Because we
His-
bought.
His bayonet's better.
There's like a barrel like that's this big, and it's full of army men. We bought it for the little one, and I stepped on this little motherfucker. Nothing hurts worse than Legos and army men.
I was
Don't lie, you
with
bought it for
her
Lord.
when she bought that, and I was like, "That's gonna be a really big mess in the living room." Like, and she was
That
like,
was a
"Yep,"
big mess
and
in the
threw it in the
living room.
she threw it in the buggy, and I was like, "Okay."
You bought it for Dark, didn't you?
He's down there doing some weird things. I don't even know. But we are gonna get on out of here. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All hell is broken loose in my house. The babies are awake. I don't know what's going on right now. The little one has insomnia. He 3-year-old